The following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Welcome to Kiss My Biz, your weekly reality business show, where each week a business owner joins our good cop and bad cop duo looking for real but informative business solutions and resources to grow your business. Our good cop, Claude Jenkins, has a diverse career ranging from government, corporations, and management consulting. He is the Vice President of Operations at Global Business Development Center and a guardian angel for most businesses. Annette Gray, a.k.a. Bad Cop, is the President and owner of Global Business Development Center. She has 20 years experience in management, economic development, and marketing in the private and public sector. She is passionate about developing entrepreneurs. Let's join our dynamic duo as they place another business owner in the hot seat and find out if they are ready to kiss their business with love. Or is today the day they kiss their business goodbye?
Good evening, South Florida, and those of you who are listening to us on iHeartRadio. Good evening nationally. How are you today? Hopefully you're having a wonderful Monday. I am Annette Gray, your bad cop, and I'm in a bad cop kind of mood today. I just have to warn you now. Everybody, I've been getting feedback that I am not bad enough, I am not beating up on everybody. So Alan Hendricks, oh my, I picked this show to roll out the real bad cop. So, hey Claude, how you doing?
So I guess it's going to be a shoot 'em up bang bang time. This is Claude Jenkins, the good cop who's starting to quake in his boots.
Quake away, quake away. So what's going on with you?
Well, I'm still having one of those Santa Claus is dead weeks.
Really, I really need you to stop saying that.
I know.
There might be kids listening to this show.
That's what just makes it more adorable.
I'm
I'm sorry, folks. Santa Claus is alive and well somewhere.
Right in front of me. All you need is the beard. Seriously.
That's cute.
So this week we have funny-looking Santa over here, our good cop. We have Alan Hendricks, who is a landscape architect with Caulfield and Wheeler. I can't talk today either. But we're going to beat up on Alan a little bit today. He sits on the board of the Community Caring Kitchen. And we're going to let him tell us a little bit about that. But the show today is really about balance. It's about balancing your community activism, your business, and leveraging the two to coexist. And I will have to say, I'll let Alan tell you a little bit about what he does, but he volunteers a lot. He is a true community activist, and he's one of those people who, when you call, he picks up the phone and answers and he comes, and that is a good thing. But we're going to talk about whether his business is suffering as a result of it, or if it's doing a good job in leveraging all of that community work. Hi Alan, how are you?
I'm great. I'll be in the hot seat, huh?
You are in the hot seat this week, and apparently we're turning up the heat on the hot seat.
That's all right.
Tonight.
I'm ready for that.
I know you can handle it.
I'm ready for that.
I know you can handle it. So, folks, I hope you are listening to us live at globalbusinessdevelopmentcenter.com. Don't forget, you can give Claude, myself, or Alan a call or a call of support at 888-565-1470. So, Claude, as usual, can you tell the folks what's going on at the ranch this week?
Well, what we have this week is the last of our 4 series, the freebies for February month, and it is the business plan development that's on this Wednesday, which would be 26 February from 6:30 to 7:30 at our location, 14,000 Military Trail in the thriving metropolis of Delray Beach.
I think the economic development director of Delray Beach doesn't like when you say that. We're the community by the sea.
Community by the sea, not a thriving metropolis.
we're already in trouble. Just one of us is allowed. I did promise to give a shout out to our youngest client, Rebecca, who is 14 years old and helped us with our bullying performance at the Jupiter Community Center this week. She's 14 years old. She has her own nonprofit organization called Positive Pockets. Please, folks, take a look at that. It is amazing. This young lady is amazing. She's 14. She does TED Talks. She has her own nonprofit organization. She's a motivator and a role model because she had been bullied herself. And I want to say thank you to both her and her mom, Rebecca and Laura. Thank you so much for coming out and helping us Theatrical Fusion with our performances this week. So, to the reason we're here. Yes. Back to the hot seat. Woohoo!
Hot seat.
Hot seat. So, Alan, first of all, tell us a little bit about who you are on the professional, from the professional standpoint.
My name's Alan Hendricks, and I am a landscape architect. I'm a land development professional. I am part of a firm that does engineering and survey, and we develop all kinds of different disciplines. We're land development from Port St. Lucie to basically the end of Broward, and we'll go elsewhere.
Certainly,
if the money's there, we'll go.
Certainly,
and that's what I do for a profession, and I love what I do. And
do they still give you a paycheck?
Oh, they absolutely give me a paycheck.
Well, you volunteer so much. I was wondering if they still give you a paycheck.
Yes, I got in. I could tell you how not to do it.
And that would be perfect.
I could absolutely tell you some things to avoid, because like other parts of my life, I kind of do things backward. I was a manager before I understood, rank and file things, and I got into volunteerism and community involvement from a personal kind of impetus, and later on, years later, it started to be more of a professional endeavor. My passion is urban redevelopment.
Right.
So that got me involved with Boynton Beach and where I live, and that seems, yes, I do a lot.
I do a lot, and I do want to focus on one particular project that you are currently on the board of. It's the Community Caring Kitchen, is that correct?
Community Caring Center.
Community Caring Center. So tell us a little bit about your appointment to the board and what they do and what you're trying to accomplish. And you have an event coming up, so tell us a little bit about that as well.
We do. This is an organization that I found that's right there in the heart of Boynton Beach. And they do crazy stuff like they grow food and they feed the elderly and the poor.
Crazy, wow.
Who does that? So we were going to the grand reopening of their, they have a business incubator specifically for chefs, and it's part of a cafe, and they were having a grand reopening. Mm-hmm. And I went, and on the way there I said, I'm going to give them a little bit of my time. It's such an impressive organization. And they asked me to be on the board.
You walked away a board member.
And I walked away a board member.
Okay.
So we do have the Hunger Walk is coming up. It is there's a concert the night before and kind of jazz festival, and the walk is quite simply to raise money for the Community Caring Center and the services that they provide. It's a short, easy walk. It's from the Boynton Beach Amphitheater over to the ocean and back.
And what is that in mileage?
It's a mile and a half.
Mile and a half, okay.
It's been interesting being able to be on this board, because as somebody in the professional realm, you bring your talents
and your expertise, absolutely,
to this organization that might not have all those different, the different board members bring different things, and so we're building the board as we speak, and that will increase the way they are able to run their operation more efficiently and do good work there.
Certainly, these small nonprofits and grassroots organizations tend to have bigger than life missions. They, however, are usually challenged by resources, and those resources come in the form of staff and funding and some things like that. I do kid with you, but because I know our community could not, and a lot of these organizations would not survive if not for professional, committed people like yourself. Not as in committing you, but committed to the cause. And the community really couldn't survive, and these organizations really couldn't survive. So the Hunger Walk is coming up. What's the date and time of that? I don't think you said that. And how do people register and sign up and participate?
They can. The Hunger Walk itself is March the 8th. Warm up starts at 8:30. Little jazzercise, little Zumba to get things going. The actual walk is at 9:15, and they can go on to the Community Caring website, Community Caring Center website, and register their team or register themselves. We're still open to sponsorships.
Okay.
I'm in charge of graphics, so send me your logo and send me some money, and it'll be on the banner.
Okay. Fantastic.
And the program and the everything that they do to market. It's actually pretty good bang for the buck. Some of these smaller 501c3s, as long as they have a program to where they'll take your company logo and they'll take your image and actually get you some exposure, it's pretty good bang for your advertising dollar.
Oh, absolutely. And so that's a whole other conversation. That's a conversation about small businesses finding a way to create strategic alliance partnerships with these 501c3s, these smaller organizations. And whereas a $500 or $200 sponsorship in a large event or a festival or a concert may not be viable for a small business, these strategic alliance partnerships with the smaller nonprofit organizations can really, like you said, give them quite a bang for their buck, visibility and branding that they would not typically have. So there's two conversations, primarily because we have a lot of professional listeners, but we have a lot of business owners that listen as well. And so one of the takeaway point is, find out who those smaller nonprofits are in your community, reach out to them. They're always having events, they're always having fundraisers, and your smaller advertising dollars can go a long way. So March 8th at 9 a.m. And folks can register to walk and or donate at the website.
Right.
Okay, fantastic. So tell us how not to volunteer your job into jeopardy. How do you do that?
This should be, learn from Alan's mistakes.
Exactly.
Well, as a business, you want to find probably, if you haven't done this, well, let me back up a second. I think this is absolutely a win-win-win. If we can take our company, whether it's small, be it large, to be involved in the community in some way. And if you want me to explain that, I'll explain that. Things probably not to do, you'd probably like to find, like I said, exposure. Does this organization that we may want to, get involved with, do they have a marketing campaign? You'd probably like to find someone that's not, or that is aligned with your corporate culture. It might not make sense to, if you're an engineering firm, to do something with the arts. It's hard to. You'd like to have it aligned with your corporate culture.
Sure.
And as my friend Annette has told me before, there's a lot of networking involved, but you also want it to be good networking. Absolutely. Where you have people that you can actually, benefit from getting to know. Don't overextend yourself. And I would probably advise somebody who's thinking about doing this with their company that's just getting started out, avoid politics.
Avoid politics. That is such a great segue. We're going to continue that line of conversation when we get back from break. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
Are you in need of legal representation and just can't find a legal team that understands your dilemma? Cousins Law Firm is a cohesive blend of attorneys and legal assistants of diverse backgrounds and cultures. This broad scope of experience gives them a well-rounded and fresh perspective on cases and client needs. They have offices to serve clients across the nation, specifically West Palm Beach, Florida. Call today, 561-835-1727, or visit the website www.cousinslawfirm.com. The firm's logo, the white horse, is a biblical symbol of truth, humility, and justice, principles on which they base their practice. Their goals at Cousins Law Firm is to provide full service and satisfaction to their clients during every step of representation. Call today, 561-835-1727, and get the best representation you deserve. If you're looking for a West Palm Beach accounting firm with a client-first philosophy, contact Remap Incorporated today. Our firm provides outstanding service to our clients because of our dedication to the three underlying principles of professionalism, responsiveness, and quality. Call us at 561-623-0241. We offer standard services such as bookkeeping and tax preparation, but unlike others, we have developed an extensive menu of specialized services designed to ensure that your business remains financially sound and prepared for a strong future. Want to learn more? Call us at 561-623-0241 or visit our website, www.remap.com. That's www.remap.com. Remap with 2 M's. Let us prepare for you a solid future. Call us at 561-623-0241. Welcome back to Kiss My Biz, where we have another business owner on the hot seat. If you can't stand the heat, don't get in the kitchen. Our good cop, bad cop duo continues to challenge today's business owners to take on the 21st century business world fearlessly. Now, back to our show.
Hey gang, I'm glad you guys made it back. We did. And we are here, good cop and the bad cop, Annette Gray and Claude Jenkins, with Alan Hendricks with Caulfield and Wheeler Inc. And we are discussing and cussing what not to do.
Did you say cussing?
Cussing and discussing. There we go.
Oh my. I keep telling you this is a family show.
That's right. That's shot.
Santa Claus is not dead.
Santa Claus is dead.
So we are discussing community activism to the detriment of growing your business or to the improvement, right? Or leveraging to grow your business and some of the better ways to do that. I'm often asked to sit on several boards. At least once a month I get asked to sit on a board. And 99.9% of the time I say no. And the reason why I say no is, one, I don't have a whole lot of time. And so whatever I do decide to donate my time to, it does have to have two components. I need to be passionate about it. And it does, like you said, need to be in line with my corporate mission or brand. And I say to people, until I win the lottery or, find out I have a rich dead uncle, my business still thrives on cash flow. So I'm not able to completely volunteer for volunteer's sake just yet. I think I will get there eventually. But it does have to have two components in terms of leveraging the networking, some of the people you meet to grow your business. And I think that's what we were discussing when we went to break. So those are two things. Those are two clear things. One that you didn't say is organizations that for the most part have their act together, or just some basic fundamentals. I remember I was asked to join a board, and I asked their financial manager, or the financial person, the secretary, to see their financial statement. or 3-year strategic plan, and I got a blank stare. I said, well, do you at least know how much money we have in the bank? Another blank stare. So my time on that board was very short-lived. So those are some of my components for saying yes and going out. Have you developed a few others over the year? Some criterias for saying yes to causes?
Well, yeah, it has to be something that you're passionate about. And as a company, you're going to find that your employees are probably passionate about something. And they're going to be involved in something. We had a receptionist who was diagnosed with MS. We did the MS walk. We have a gentleman whose daughter is diabetic, and we did the diabetes walk. So you're going to have employees that are interested in these things anyway.
Right.
So might as well use that to your advantage. It benefits your company in a few different ways. One way is it helps kind of build that team, that kind of corporate family, if you will.
Sure.
If they are allowed to go out and do these volunteer projects that they may do anyway, they're going to learn different skill sets from just working outside of your corporate structure. Leadership skills and how to be creative, because there's a lot of that, and building events and bringing their skills to whatever 501c3 or whatever organization they want to work with. So they're developing their skills. They're putting your brand out there, and creating a goodwill in the community for your brand.
Sure.
So it's a win-win. Like I said, it would be nice to have it somehow be a little more strategic and meaningful. I mean, we do golf tournaments,
right?
But that's because the construction industry does golf tournaments.
Well, I mean, and I'm not sure if you would agree with this or not, but I think I got lucky. I am very passionate about youth entrepreneurship. And so instead of going out and volunteering away from my business, I created my own youth entrepreneurship program.
Sure.
And you're aware of that program. We run that every summer. We take 40 kids anywhere from Fort Pierce to Fort Lauderdale, teach them how to start their own businesses, write a business plan, and place them in internships with paid stipends. So even that's my passion, that's my give back to the community, but I've managed to partner with some strategic alliance nonprofits and bring that in-house. So I am able to not only grow my business through procuring the nonprofits as clients, writing grants, making the programs happen, but at the same time feeding something that I'm passionate about. So if there is a way to incorporate it into the business, and if it makes sense, ideally you would want to go that route. Claude, what are you passionate about? What's your community give back?
Well, my community give back.
Don't say beer, Claude.
I know, but people don't believe this, but it's the church.
It really is. Okay.
Yes, and I give a lot of time to it. I'm what they call a lecturer, and I give the epistles at the masses, and I'm also working as an assistant with the church in some of the areas that they need me, some of my expertise, and then I'm also with the Knights of Columbus, and we do quite a few things there.
Okay. And are you ever, over the years, have you been able to leverage that to grow your business? And this is not something, this is more of a branding activity. I think when I say leverage it to grow your business, people envision going out and handing out business cards, and and when we say networking, they feel it's really about building relationships over time that subsequently and sometime in the future will result in someone coming to you because of that relationship, and wanting to acknowledge that relationship. So how have you managed that over the years?
Before we blended in with Global Business Development Center, we got a lot of our clients from that area, either in the Knights of Columbus operations or through the church operations, as far as they start seeing more of me and they start asking, what do you do?
Right.
You know, and I sit there and I tell them, I fix companies, you know, and it goes from there. And since you're real good at what you do, they find out, but they only find out because you're listed on the back page of the church bulletin, or they see you up at the AMBO speaking, and that's when they want to get some information about you. So it really does work out.
So it's not direct sales. We're not encouraging you to now, you know, starting to hand out your business card in church or anything along those lines. What we're saying is it's an opportunity to build community relationships, and subsequently with folks knowing who you are and what you do, that may come back to roost in a positive way. Alan, please give the phone number and the specific website for the Hunger Walk. Do you have that?
Yes, I do. Excuse me. The website is CCCGBB. That's for Community Caring Center of Greater Boynton Beach. There's a dash, org.webs.com.
Oh my.
I know. That's why.
And a phone number where they can reach with additional questions.
Oh, Lord. You can reach, the phone number would be 561-541-3700.
Okay, well, great job. Thank you. So we were really just talking about, we'll wrap the show up in a few minutes, just really talk in a minute, actually, about leveraging your community volunteerism, your philanthropic work, to growing your business through branding and relationship building, and finally creating that balance, because our family members tend to suffer at the other end of this. It's another component we didn't talk about, how we balance being gone to work, being in the community, and remembering that we have loved ones at home that needs our time and attention as well. Javier, you're welcome.
Maybe that was directed at.
Thanks so much for joining us for the show again this week. Please sign up for the Hunger Walk if you're available. And don't forget, you can reach us at Global Business Development Center for your marketing and business development needs. Have a wonderful week, and see you again next week. Thanks so much for calling in, Alan.
Thanks for having me.
Good night, folks.
Good night, Claude.
You've been listening to Kiss My Biz, your weekly reality business show, where each week a business owner joins our good cop and bad cop duo looking for real but informative business solutions and resources to grow your business. Tune in again next time for more Kiss My Biz. The opinions